Yes, over here you'll be greeted in the courtyard here, and yes, it can be quite confusing. So please stay along with the group. Stay along with the group. Now, over here in this building, this over here is the science building. Yes, even though we tend to focus more on the magical elements here, science is just as important, and we make a point of it here. Following this way, you'll see down further that way is as a mathematics building. Yes, we have our own place for mathematics. It can be quite an exhilarating subject when split up into all of its different fractions. Yes, well, I'm continuing on. We have down... excuse me. Excuse me, I don't remember seeing them in the original group. Excuse me there. Please, follow along. Yeah. Yes, you there. Hello, you there. I don't remember having extra people on the tour. Everyone was accounted for, yes? Oh, yes, it should be. Yes, No, I don't. I don't remember having a prospective Satyr student here. No. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Power Beyond. This is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition live actual play. We are finishing up some of the Lost Mine of Phandelver. And, well, since it's been some time since our last session, I think it's safe to say the most important thing that happened was after finally figuring out the location and centering in on the location of Wave Echo Cave, which happens to be a lot closer than they originally thought. The crew seemed to have a sort of existential crisis, and some hard-hitting conversation, some deep conversation happened as they met back up in Phandalin, and sort of semi-coming to some semblance of understanding, or at least an understanding of where everyone stood. Everyone decided to get some rest and call it a night, and then make some decisions the next morning. And actually, now is as good a time as any for the rooster to crow and the next morning to begin. Who's the first person to wake up, do you think? Wranran, would you agree with that? Okay, Wranran, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves to us? Oh, hold on just 1 second, please. We might have to repeat some of that. Give me just 1 second. Why? I can't even find my mouse now. Where is my mouse? Okay. Try talking now, CJ.
Talking now.
There we go. Well, at least I just rambled on for most of that first introductory part. So, yeah, sorry about that. CJ, why don't you kind of take us through that introduction again? Sorry about that.
Yeah. So, Wandering, after coming to from his trance, looks over. He would look over at Kaine and begin to walk out of the room, and not necessarily with like a sense of purpose, but like a feeling that from the conversation that they've had the night before, like the from the conversation the party had the night before, he hasn't like he has a feeling that they might have found like the best answer and strategy to go about this.
Okay. Uh, as you're leaving, make me a perception check.
Perception. 14.
Yeah, I like that description that you gave for everything, but there's one quick correction. As you look around the room, you'll notice that Kaine is not in his bed.
Oop.
So you're exiting the room, heading.
Heading downstairs.
Okay. It's the regular scene, the sort of semi-normal, going back to semi-normalcy at the inn, and the usual breakfasts and things are starting. Some cleaning up going on. You maybe catch a glimpse of Vorp, who is kind of started doing things a little bit. He's got a different schedule now. He's in a different timetable thanks to you all, and he's found this new purpose of helping out at the inn. So you can catch a glimpse of him helping out with some of the beginning chores. Toblin is kind of giving him some quiet instructions about different things, and they're going about their business. And if they catch your eye, they might give you just a quick little wave, little acknowledgement, and they're going all back to their duties. Who's next to wake up?
I mean, I guess Trij could wake up because he would probably have noticed Vorp getting up.
All right, Trij, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sam. I play Trij, the... What am I? I'm a Satyr Cleric. And is still trying to figure out what weirdness he is going through. Some may call it, just maturing. Some may call it growing pains, but he's got a bunch of new skills that he doesn't quite know how to deal with. And yeah, so he would sit up, look around for Vorp, realize that he was already down, and start getting ready for the day.
All right. Is there anything specific that you do? Is there like a morning ritual that Trij has for getting ready for the day? Is there like Satyr yoga or something?
Right. I mean, he probably does like one of those good flapping ears shakes to get his hair the perfect amount of mess. Yeah, I don't know that Trij is particularly concerned about routine at this point in his life. So he just kind of gets up and looks for the rest of the people who are supposed to be in the room with him. So, yeah.
All right. After I mean, going about your business in the room, everything seems to be as you left it, except, you know, Vorp is gone, and things seem okay to you. Do you head downstairs? Do you hang out in the room for a little bit longer?
I mean, I would probably hang out in the room so that I could chat with Nyapith once she woke up.
All right. Probably doesn't take too much longer before there's a big dragonborn yawn coming from that direction. And actually, yeah, Nyapith, why don't you introduce yourself?
I feel like when Trij like shakes his ears, it makes that like flapping sound. He just says, 5 more minutes from Nyapith on the other side of the room. So she kind of like pulls her blanket up higher. Nyapith Fenxeris is the dragonborn fighter of the party. She's, let me get this right. She's got her 6'8" form kind of curled up on this tavern bed, a blanket covering up as much as she can. She's probably taken an extra one and has like the two, like one covering the top half and like the other is her trying to get it all around her. And eventually, as Trij kind of moves around and gets her stuff together, he'll hear Nyapith just do a big old sigh as she knows, like, today's the day. And while she feels confident in what she will suggest, she knows that more conversations are waiting. And Nyapith is just like, it's that thing where, you know, you got a big day at work. It's one of those, like she'll kind of sit up in bed and put her feet out on the floor. Good morning, Trij.
Good morning.
Sleep okay?
Always. So, well, except when I'm on a bed. Those are too soft. But I talked to Sam last night.
Oh.
I don't think he was very helpful, to be completely honest. But I think we should make something.
Make something?
Yes. When we go to the cave, we should make something really good before Kaine has a chance to destroy it.
It's funny that you should mention that. Wranran and I had a chat last night too, and I think we've come up with a third option, and I'm hopeful that maybe we can come to agreement around it. You know, it feels like we have to keep it, we have to destroy it, we have to make this choice. But I know some people back in Neverwinter that are a little more equipped to handle something like this, people I trust, and maybe all we need to do is just make sure the Black Spider doesn't get to this forge. Buy some time so other people can come in and maybe make that choice, secure it for good, you know?
Yeah. I mean, good luck trying to convince Kaine, but you know, I mean, it's a 3-1 vote at this point, I guess. So, yeah.
I mean, technically in a democracy that would carry, unless the representation was gerrymandered in some way, but, you know, or if they had an outdated system of electoral candidates had, you know, popular vote. It really does make the most sense if you think about it. But, you know, we have complicated systems trying to balance and check votes and all of that. And we don't need to get into that right now. That's pretty big stuff. But I gotta admit, Trij, you got me curious. What would you make? What would you want to make that's really good?
I don't know yet. I just know that there has to be something that could help everybody. And I don't know if it's a special kind of seed that is gonna grow perfectly so that nobody is starving anymore, or if I don't even know if this could be a thing, but my perfect weapon would be a weapon that only can kill people who are bad. That can only kill people who are out to hurt other people. Because then, if it got into the wrong hands, it would just attack the attacker. And then the good people could always have protection.
I mean, that's pretty. I mean, the logic is sound. I that's what I appreciate most about that particular item.
Obviously, my logic is always sound. You know this.
And Nyapith kind of like rubs her hand across her mouth to hide a grin as she nods.
Yeah, I it's something that I really admire about you, Trij. You always have a really unique perspective that helps make the world seem like a bit brighter. And I can't tell you what that means to me, especially in moments like this one.
It's gonna be a good day.
You know what, Trij? I think it is.
And Nyapith will kind of put her hands, like slap her hands on her knees.
I think it will be a good day.
And she'll get up as the bed kind of she stands up and she grabs a couple of effects.
You haven't happened to see the rest of the crew yet this morning, have you?
Nope. Warp got up a while ago and went downstairs, so that's all I've really seen.
Gotcha. I think maybe we should sync up with everybody, but before we do, you said something. You said you talked to Sam and it wasn't very helpful. But listen, I've never talked to Sam and I don't know who it is, but maybe sometimes just talking about it is really all you need, huh? I mean, look at you. You've got this perfect weapon idea. You solved world hunger. I think that's pretty impressive. Maybe sometimes all you need is someone to bounce some ideas off of. It's good to be introspective. I mean, have a conversation with a guy named Sam.
Yeah. He used to be more helpful.
I'd love to hear more about that sometime.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go get some
find,
breakfast.
Yeah, and find those sneaky boys.
All right, so you guys are heading down now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Before we do, because I'm not going to be able to get this idea out of me, and I feel like this just needs to be done live. Sarah, roll me a D100. This is the only way I feel comfortable doing this.
Okay, stand by. That is a 19.
A 19? That seems really low.
It is.
That seems really low
is.
for Nyapith's sleep number. And the comfort that she has for the bed. I feel like it would be more on the because isn't the higher numbers the firmer side?
Oh, you're saying like if we're talking like softness, like that bed is a 19
the sleep
out
number
of 100.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your sleep
Yeah.
number.
I mean, I think if we're like leaning into like how well rested Nyapith is waking up consistently in this bed, I would say a 19 does seem low, but I will say that she probably was pretty tossy turny, didn't sleep super great anyways.
Sure. Right.
Also hungover.
I could.
Also,
Yeah.
also might be a little
Yeah.
hungover, yes.
Just because you got to find that perfect sleep number, right? You gotta use your remote and find the perfect sleep number.
Yeah.
And the one that like negates the alcohol in your blood system.
Puts you on an incline.
I think it's probably like a 27.
Okay. Well, you guys, stretch out a little bit more and head downstairs. Downstairs, you'll find the same scene that Wranran did, with the exception of that Wranran is there. Everybody's doing some chores. Wranran has made his way downstairs, and I imagine you've settled in someplace. There's smells like some breakfast that's starting to cook in the kitchen. Your standard, ham, bacon, eggs kind of breakfast. And you guys are at a table now.
Wandering, you haven't happened to see Kaine yet this morning, have you?
I haven't. He wasn't there when I woke up.
I don't like that.
Well, I mean, there's really only a couple of things that could have happened. Number one, he's gone off somewhere and started building his Fortress of Solitude, which is fine, because then we'll know where to find him. Number two, he's decided to take up this mission on his own, which doesn't seem likely. And number three, I think he probably has just gone for a walk. Hopefully it's the latter. Though if it was the Fortress of Solitude, I really would be keen on seeing what he did for the interior decoration. I feel like he's going to have a very unique style sense.
Hey, everybody.
Yep.
Except for Rossum. Take off your headsets.
Ah, balls.
No.
We shift as everyone is talking about where is Kaine? Where is Kaine? What could Kaine be doing? To Kaine. Kaine, introduce yourself and tell us. What are you doing?
Hi. I'm Kaine, the old man high elf rogue wizard who is on his way to the cave. He has a very different demeanor. Normally he just kind of seems grumpy or like over it, but this time he seems a little bit more on the determined side. Like a very stubborn determination that really, knowing Kaine's like physical capabilities is probably really outside his realm. But yeah, he has his staff in his hand and he's looking at his crudely sketched map, with like him remembering his meditation of studying the map. So it's kind of just like a way to help him remember his way down there. And dude, he's got to try to figure out a way to destroy this thing before he has to deal with another argument and lose.
All right. Give me a stealth check just for some flavor here.
I think I'm better at this. At 13.
All right.
The worst.
I would say it was very you feel comfortable that you were able to, sneak out of the inn, sneak out of town. Nobody, even if somebody did see you, nobody would question what was going on or where you were going, what was going on. They've just all been sort of acclimated to, the four of you, your presence and everything that you guys been doing. So, no red flags or anything happened as you made your way out. It was about a good hour or so before everyone else woke up. So you've got about an hour start as you make your way. The path and the way to sort of get there is a little bit not treacherous, but it's just not like a clear path. It's definitely overgrown and very mountainy, very rocky as you are making your way in that direction. As you make your way to that direction, there is somebody who is just kind of putting out. It's, very early dawn, like the ever so slightest crack in the break of dawn. And there is somebody there who is putting out the remnants of the campfire that was there before. They're practicing good camping skills and making sure that everything is put out and done. I'm also going to be doing a lot of hand motions and things to maybe hopefully confuse them, because that would be really funny if they just didn't know what was going on.
Totally. Oh yeah.
So they're putting out the last remnants of the fire, and you happen to make it through the brush, and you both sort of look at each other really quick before it's very easy to tell that you both recognize each other. You've stumbled upon Saito's campsite. Oh. Scared me there a little bit. Oh boy. Ooh. Ah.
What? I mean, I guess it's not that suspicious, but what you doing out here?
Oh, just making my way around, There's novelties to be had, things to be seen, and rare items to acquire here. Just making my way around, and thought I'd sit down for a spell. Thought I found a quiet little spot here, but you came up and you kind of gave me a fright. Hey,
I mean,
isn't there usually more of you? Where's the?
They're sleeping in today. A lot of drinking. Things of such.
Gotcha. Interesting. Well, oh boy, you're
kind of close to a dangerous area. You know that, right? Not like close, but close enough.
Oh, every area is dangerous if you really think about it. One slip of the foot, wrong twist of the ankle, you go a tumbling. You never know. Every place is a little bit dangerous, but I appreciate the heads up. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you did as good. I don't want anything bad to happen to you or whatnot. Don't want to accidentally get like stabbed or anything in the middle of the night. Not saying I will. I like what you do, so I'd rather you be around to continue to supply things. It's a beneficial relationship, don't you think?
I do think, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That started off very nefarious, but you kind of took a turn there and became very kind. I appreciate that. Yeah.
It was a rough night for me too. Yeah, you know how it is sometimes.
Oh, I do. Well, I got some spare rations here if you care to set a spell or just have something quick bite to eat if you'd like.
You know, I'm kind of on a short time frame right now. As much I would love to. In most cases, I imagine you have like fascinating stories of places you've been, and I have a few here and there. I mean, when you become my age, you know, you just been a lot of places, even if they're boring. You know.
Ooh. Just like every place can be dangerous, no place can be boring. There's a story behind everything and everyone.
That's true. It's true.
Well, I won't keep you then. I'm just gonna pack up the rest of my things and let you be on your way. But hey, you know, like you said, it's pretty dangerous up ahead. I didn't go much further. I don't interfere in people's affairs or anything like that. I just make my way around and collect the things that I see around, things that people have left or things that people want to trade, you know, how it is. So, hey, why don't you go ahead? Why don't you go ahead and take something for the road?
Wouldn't mind.
Roll me a D100.
That is a 45.
For those of you who might who might not be familiar, what we have with this is a random list of items from all sorts of places, from the corner of my mind to the depths of random pop culture references and things like that. Some can be useful, and some maybe might not be as useful. And you rolled a 45, is that correct?
Yep.
And okay, and you pull out a little okay, you pull out a little little tube. This is the tiniest little tube. It is kind of yellow in color, and it looks like it's got a little cap on the end of it. You pull it out and you just kind of eye it a little bit left and right, and you're like, oh. And Saito looks at you and he goes, oh, now that's a fun little piece there. He tells you about it. It's called the Stick of Chapped Lips. As much as you use it and use it and use it, it just doesn't seem to run out. The flavor will be of your choice. It is a chapstick type thing, a chapped lips thing, whatever brand thing we can say without getting in trouble, whatever. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to roll a d20 every morning. If you roll a 5 or lower, it's lost. You have no idea where it went. But every other time that you use it, you can use it before a charisma roll to add a d6 to the result.
D6 to charisma roll.
If you use it before a charisma roll.
Okay. Just gonna note things down.
Sure.
Stop smiling so they think it's something terrible happening.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well, I hope it might come in handy. Gotta hang on to it. Don't drop it in any pockets or anything like that, right? And
it's very interesting, but there's always a use for something, right?
now you're getting it. Well, go head back into town, make one more stop, and I'll maybe make my way back up to Neverwinter or maybe some other place. It's been a while since I've took a teleport somewhere. Maybe I might do that. Just surprise myself. Dealer's choice with those magicians, you know?
That definitely feels like a you thing to do. But if you see my friends along the road, can you stall them for a bit? I want to surprise them with what I got planned, and they're a more clever bunch than me. So engage them with one of your stories if you can or whatnot. They're definitely gonna want something too, and they're the ones with all the buns on them, so it's not a loss for you either.
Well, fair is fair. I don't quite like manipulating people or deceiving people like that, but
You don't even have to try to force it if they don't want to. But if you can, you can.
Wouldn't be much of a gentleman if I didn't say hi to them along the way, and I feel like that's about as much as I can promise you. Just
I appreciate that.
you take care of yourself, and you take care of them. Seems like good folks. You all do well for each other.
Yeah, most of the time.
All right. He's gonna pack up his belongings and get up on his thing, grab his cart, and he starts walking down and making his way pretty much exact opposite direction that you were. And he is humming his bag of crap tune as you continue to make your way towards the cave. We'll come back to you, but now fair is fair, Rossum. Take your headsets off. And everybody else, do we have Nyapith, Wranran, and Trij on the line?
Yeah. I'm scared.
Great.
Yes.
So where do we live off? You guys were talking about where Kaine was.
Yeah.
I see a lot of velvets, if I'm being really honest. Like a lot of and I don't mean like color. I mean texture. Like a lot of like big heavy drapes. I don't think he'd have a sitting room. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he would want guests.
Really? Because I feel like you would literally just have like a chair, and that's
Just a chair.
Just
a
a
single
chair.
chair.
Like I don't see, because he doesn't like fun, so it wouldn't be colorful. It wouldn't
Well,
be
now
decorated.
hang on. It's not that he doesn't like fun. We just have not experienced a kind of fun that he seems to enjoy yet.
All right.
That doesn't mean he doesn't like fun.
Hey, Vorp?
Yeah, I got the omelets coming right up. Or did one of you want Sunnyside? I was just kind of making a medley of eggs over here, if that's okay.
Good word, Vorp. A medley.
Melody.
A melody of eggs. Yeah.
As long as my eggs don't have any meat in them. Thanks, bud.
Well, that's a strange, interesting kind of question of technicality there, isn't it?
I'm not a vegan, just a vegetarian.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, I'll chop up a fruit platter for you too. I'll do that. How about that? Yeah, we'll get some fruit for you.
Thanks. Hey, did you see Kaine this morning?
Nope. Can't say that I did.
Oh,
He's, is he still sleeping? Or, you know, doing his thing? No offense. No offense, Wranran. The elves do that. They just kind of, I don't know,
Yeah,
go into a different world sometime. I mean, you know.
yeah,
But then
no, it's
again, what
fine.
is sleep but a different world?
Yeah, no, it's fine. When you're looking at it from the outside, it does look kind of weird.
Man, you guys are hitting me with the hard-hitting questions this morning. This is,
You know what, Vorp? You're right. You haven't seen Kaine. Go ahead and finish up what you're working on. Don't let us distract you.
Okay, yeah.
We'll sort it out.
Okay, yeah, no worries. Okay. I think one of the yolks broke, but I can salvage it. It'll be fine.
Nyapith is gonna look around the tavern.
Right. Well, I'm not feeling all that hungry. I'm just pretty nervous for today. Should we go looking for him? Just eat. I'm just not sure what to do with my hands, if I'm being totally honest.
Wait, Trij, do you have the map?
I was the last. No, Kaine was the last person he took. He son of a bitch.
Okay, now, language, but yes. Okay. Wranran, was Kaine's stuff in the room? I mean, like his weapons or anything like that?
I don't think so.
Well, fart
Yeah, no.
tickles. All right. Yeah. He's definitely just building a fortress of solitude in one of the caves that we found earlier. He just took a really nice liking to it. And is
No.
absolutely not trying to destroy this artifact by himself.
I should have kept the map.
This
is my
Trij.
fault.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not your fault.
This is my fault.
To be fair, we're jumping to conclusions.
No,
which we probably shouldn't do.
No, we're not. This is Kaine we're talking about. Hey, remember when we didn't do a plan that he wanted and he shouted at the world that we were lying? This is the guy we're dealing with, yo.
Okay, all right. Well,
Okay, that is a really great point. But he's also pretty smart. He knows he cannot take a punch. He's not going to go in there alone.
Unless he thinks he has some sort of tactical advantage of sneaking out before we get there. I don't want to assume the worst, but I am afraid that I have one concern. Let's just put it that way. So let's Vorp, can we get those that fruit platter to go? I think we're gonna be setting out here sooner rather than later. Before we do though, Trij, Wranran, I need you to I need to just say something so we can move forward and you guys can feel empowered to make the right decision for you. Whatever we get into, right? If we're chasing into a cavern where there's a magical forge or we're facing a black spider or whatever we're doing, I just need you guys to do two things for me, all right? Keep yourself safe and make the best decision you can in the moment, all right? I know we've talked about plans and all of that stuff, but I need you to know I trust you. So whatever happens, keep yourself safe and make the best choice you can in the situation. Can you do those things?
Okay.
As long as you can do those too.
I promise.
Guys, I just had a thought that maybe I can give him the benefit of the doubt. Do you think he went to the apothecary, weird little shop, to
He might have
prep
done that.
for whatever? That might have been. I mean, he's getting into that whole sorcerer thing now. So maybe he went over there. Let's check there. And then I'll actually get angry if we don't find him there.
I think that's a good plan, Trij. I think keeping our tempers low, you know, trying to manage our expectations. I think that's a good plan. Good plan. Great plan. So let's get our stuff together. We'll plan on leaving here. We can do a quick scope of the town, maybe some haunts that he might have found. We can check with the good sister as well. Just, see if anybody's seen him, though. If he didn't want to be seen, they probably didn't see. And then we can head to the cave if we can't find him. I mean, that's really...
How are we going to get to the cave? Do you remember how the map looked? Because I don't. I just know
yes.
it's sort of close.
Yeah, no, I remember. I think I remember exactly where it is. We should be fine. And then, oh gosh, just remember, we'll stay safe. We'll make the best choices that we can. And, guacamole toast.
Guacamole toast.
All right, let's go find a grumpy boy.
All right. Vorp hands you all some to-go bags. You've got breakfast to go. Where is your first stop?
I feel like we'd probably go with like whatever is nearest and kind of go from there. And I can't recall, but isn't the apothecary just like up the street from where we are?
Oh, hey. Let's bring the map up here.
Ooh.
And yeah, the apothecary is just 2 doors down. Everything's kind of 2 doors down here. One or 2 doors away. But yeah, anything's easy enough to get to. It's just kind of a eeny meeny miny mo.
Yeah, I'd say
should we-
apothecary.
Check the
Yeah,
apothecary
let's-
first.
All right, let's start there.
And we head to Rhodes Apothecary.
Okay. As you walk up, the shop seems freshly opened, and the shopkeep is just kind of sorting through some things. Looks like he's got like a clipboard and some inventory, just kind of going through some regular mundane things, and looks over and just gives you an acknowledgement. See anything you like, just, let me know.
Yeah, no, I just have a quick question. We had a friend, I don't know if you recall us, I imagine it's been a few days. It's been a bit of a whirlwind, so I apologize if I got the timeline wrong, but we had an elf with us. He's a little on the spicy side.
He's a dick.
Well, no, okay, yeah. He's a particular taste, if you will. Kind of takes some getting used to. He hasn't been here this morning, has he?
I don't think anyone's treated me poorly in that way. I don't know if that fits any description that I have heard of. And he kind of looks over at you, Wranran, and he's like, "Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about the guy that you came in here with the other day?"
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I haven't seen him today. Why?
Okay.
What's going on?
Nothing. We're just we were getting ready to head out, and he head out a little bit sooner than we did, and we're just trying to figure out where he might have been. So we knew that he was particularly fond of some of the wares you had here, so we figured this was a good place to start.
Well, I mean, I gave him some stuff to start out with, but is he missing? Is he?
I wouldn't say missing just yet. More just has gone out and about, probably.
Yeah, he just stepped out. We're trying to find him so we can all like head out together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick his ass.
Okay, Trij. I'm gonna need you to listen. Listen, Trij.
And Nyapith is gonna kind of like get down and just.
I know that you're upset, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm upset too. But we're gonna keep even tempers, because if it gets around that one of the heroes of the town is missing, people might freak out. Okay.
He's not missing. We know where the fuck he's going.
Yes, we know where he's going. All right.
So if you know where he's going, he's not lost, but you seem very worried about him.
Oh no, they're not. No, it's just again we had a plan. We didn't know where he went, so we'll just be on our way. We're gonna go meet up with them at the rendezvous, but we were just hoping that maybe he had been here first. That's all. Totally fine. Everything's fine.
Roll a deception check for me.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Oh, I have +5. I forget that Nyapith's a good liar. 17 + 5, so 22.
Liar or just fibber?
Well, I would say she's not really lying so much as she's kind of twisting,
Avoiding the truth.
Avoiding parts of the truth. Like,
Okay.
it's true, we were planning on leaving, and we were planning on like all of these
Yeah.
things, but
It's
I wouldn't say it's not like a bold-faced lie.
Right. Okay.
It's not a white lie. It's a little colorful one.
Okay. All right. He kind of just. Okay. Well, I good luck then. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know, I guess.
Yeah, no, I think we have this under control.
Okay.
We appreciate your time, and we, are looking forward to doing more business with you in the future, as it comes to you. What you got going on here? Oh, is that some rosemary over there? That's nice.
As Nyapith just points at a random plant, does not know what it is, walks out.
Yeah, Trij's just. I feel like Trij stormed out like 2 minutes ago.
Okay.
Yeah, like he is furious right now.
All right, Wranran, you're on your way as well.
Gotta head out with them.
Okay. Then let's flavor this. Trij at disadvantage
Balls.
because you are so heated. But everybody, as you walk out and you start to head down to your next destination, make me a perception check.
17.
Ew, that's a 9.
That is a 7. I had a 23.
No.
Yeah, you're a bit too distracted, and Wranran, you're kind of heading just focused on the next task at hand. Nyapith, you said you had a 17.
17.
Nyapith, you hear some rustling behind you, and like it's very muffled. But you do a quick look around, and out of the corner of your eye, you notice that the sign on the shop door has switched from open to closed.
Well, that's odd. He seems he's closed up for the day.
Nyapith's gonna kind of go and peer back in the window just to see what the heck. Like, that's a weird thing that just happened.
The windows are all shuttered. You can't see inside.
Wanderer's gonna check the doorknob.
It's
Locked.
It's locked, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, that doesn't feel good. I don't like that. Okay. Let's try. Here's what I'm thinking. Because again, I don't think we should panic just yet. We can go to the townmaster's hall. Or we can go to Sister Gariel's house. Those are the only two places I can think that he can be at this point in time. Or
Or the shopkeep actually knows something, and Wanderer just pulls out his lockpick.
we could
Tries to
commit a
pick it up.
crime. Yes, we could commit a crime.
Nyapith tries to like widen herself and block like the view. And Wandering like moves towards the door.
Wandering. I really think this. I mean, it is suspicious, but it could. Oh gosh.
As you are kind of figuring out whether or not to do a B&E from a place that you just left.
Bacon and egg special.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing like some B&E with some B&E, you know?
I take a scoop of scrambled eggs out of my little to-go bag and just stress eat them.
As you all are figuring out the next step of this whole plan, coming down the lane from the manor is the sound of a rickety cart, just kind of blah 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 blah. You know how it comes over the rocks and things like that. Blah 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 blah. But that's less recognizable than the familiar whistling tune of a man carting around a big bag full of crap. You see Saito coming down the lane, whispering to himself, and just kind of talking along and whispering and whistling and he finally
Right,
pulls up
it's
to you
this
and
guy.
well, speak of the devils. Hello, everybody.
Now hold on. What do you mean, speak of the devils?
Well, if you might believe this or not, I was just having a conversation about you, not, but maybe an hour or so ago.
I do believe that. I do believe that actually. Now, was it with our missing party member?
I don't know about missing. He's not necessarily missing. He's just
All right.
seems to be
Wandering,
away.
I'm gonna need you to put those like those things. Yeah, just put them right back in your pocket, and because we're not doing that right now. Yeah. Could you point us in the direction that he was going? And if it was west, I think I'm gonna be a little sad.
Well, I'd hate to make anyone sad, but I think
right,
I've got to
yeah,
be the
okay.
bearer of bad news and say that yes, we did make our acquaintance. Well, wait. Well, no, that wasn't west at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, we were off to the east there, having a good old conversation. Yeah.
Okay.
Check maybe I've got my cardinal directions wrong, but check me if I'm pretty
East
sure.
is that way.
Right. So
East is right.
East is right. Okay.
Mhm.
Then west is.
If-
Oh, yep.
if
You're
you're
right.
looking
You're right. So I totally had it mixed up.
Okay, great.
Okay. Yeah. No. So at that point, Nyapith is going
I almost
to
was
face
like,
palm.
yes, but I was like, wait.
Yeah. No. She's gonna. Okay. Which is it? Yeah. No. She's gonna 100% face palm and go.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. And you didn't happen to sell him, I don't know, some crazed sort of murder device, did you?
Well, I suppose it all depends on how you use some of the things, but no, he just got a tube of chapstick, like a little bit of lip balm, with some fun little properties. That's about it.
He is always dry.
He might be able to talk
Very good joke,
someone.
Wranran.
Yeah, might be able to talk someone's ear off, but I don't know if there's going to be any mass destruction based off of that. Though I have heard stories of major cities being felled with but a word or a phrase.
Uh-huh. Okay. Did he say anything? Did he say what he was headed east for?
Nothing in particular. Can't really say. Though he did seem to have sort of a stern sense of purpose about him. He was very focused. Definitely was thinking about all of you though, and was worried about all of you following him and all of that. So
Yeah, of course he was, because he knew I was coming to kick his ass.
well, possibly yes, but no, he's made his way quite into the east there, but still might be able to catch up with him some if I think he's going where I think he might be going.
Where do you
Well,
think he might be going there? Mr. Saito.
Well, please, just call me Saito. Mr. Saito was my uncle's grandfather. I would have to say that, well, I don't know specifically anything around that area, but I've wandered around these parts for some time, and I have to say that there's quite a few little cave systems around those parts.
Okay,
hidden
yeah, all right,
things around there, and
Okay. Yeah.
might be
Uh-huh.
one in particular that he might
Yeah.
fancy
That might be
going
one.
to.
One in particular.
Did mention some things about danger and things like that,
Yeah,
and,
uh-huh.
Saito,
which I could agree. Yeah.
was he on foot?
Oh yes, both of them
Okay.
actually, not just the one, but both feet.
It's like he's got somebody with him. Okay, so if we take the cart,
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking as well. We'll need to move. We'll need to move fast. Mrs. Saito, You wouldn't happen to have anything.
Please, just call me Saito.
sorry,
Mr. Saito
sorry.
was my roommate's grandfather's neighbor.
Right. I'm so sorry. It just, I didn't have it and all that. Would you don't happen to have anything that could help us expedite catching up? Because you said that you saw him about an hour ago.
Give or take, yes. Well, I don't suppose I have anything specific. Well, I'll tell you what. You all seem to be in sort of a panic here, and I want to help out as much as I can, and it seems like, well, things might be becoming a little complicated for everyone here. So, here's what I can do. I'll tell you exactly the path that I took from where I saw him to here, and from where I was to where he may or may not have been going is not that far from there. It's easy to find, and well, heck, why don't you all grab something for the road too? I don't know if it can be of any help. That's not how the bag works. The bag kind of works in its own mysterious ways, you know. So
You're just gonna give us something, just to help.
what can I say? I like all of you. Yeah.
Not on loan. No, like hidden fees or transactions.
If you got something, I'll take something. But for now, consider this one my gift.
Great.
And
for being
Nyapith,
such good friends.
without even like hesitation, just stuffs her arm in that bag.
D100.
Uh, 28.
Ooh, 28. 28. Oh. You pull out a medium-sized jug with a bunch of corks, like in various angles along the side. You've got an alchemy jug.
Okay.
What the heck is this?
Oh well, that's an alchemy jug there. You've got a couple different liquids inside there that might help you along your travels. And well, I see you all maybe have been having some eggs for breakfast. There's even a little bit of mayonnaise in there that might come in handy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
As takes her little alchemy jug and looks at Trij.
Come on, quick. Hop to.
Okay, come on, Candy. 37.
37. Let me just make sure.
Come on, Candy.
I'm just making sure I'm marking all this down again. Sorry, it's not candy. I'm sorry, it's not candy. But you pull this thing out, and it looks like a very stiff, like metal band. And you pull it out, and Saito kind of actually gets excited too. That was a genuine reaction from Saito. He's like, oh, that's really fun. Hey, may I, please? May I? Can I do the honors?
Sure.
Great. And he takes it, and he's like, all right, hold out your hand.
Yep. Try to
Blap! And as he blaps it on your wrist, it wraps around real quick like. And strangely enough, though, you feel a little bit like in that snap, a little bit stronger. Yeah, you've got the slap bracelet of power. Once slapped on a person's arm or wrist, it gives them +1 to any attack.
Okay. All right. Thanks, bud.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I saw that. I've given a few of those out to some folks, and it's always a pleasure to do that part. Feel free to take it off and pass around as you please. It's not a one-time use only kind of thing. So.
Okay.
And you there? Anything I can interest you?
I'll just take a reach in the bag.
All right, give me a D100.
$28.
Hey, that's what I rolled.
Hey, that is what you rolled. Why don't you roll again?
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be a while before I have to sort of re-up this
63.
list. 63. You already got 63 too.
Wow.
Well, again, that was the potion of, yeah.
This is very cool.
60.
Okay. You pull out a little, a mini, like, chest. It's actually a little heavy, like, getting it out of there. But once it's out of there, it's, you know, pretty hefty. You can open it up pretty easily. And here's what you find inside. You find 600 copper pieces, 110 silver pieces, 2 potions of healing, and a mini jade statuette of a frog with tiny golden orbs for eyes. There's a little tag on the bottom, and he, Saido's looking, oh yeah, I opened that up. I kept everything as was, just had that little fella praised. It's going for about 40 gold pieces there, that little guy, if you want to sell it. But if you don't, it makes a nice little trinket too.
All right, thank you.
Well, again, I'm sorry I can't do more, but well, I wish you luck, and I hope you're able to well, get all reacquainted with each other and help each other out. And he actually, while everybody was sort of doing their thing, he drew a very crude yet clearly to understandable map, and he hands it over to you, Nyapith. And kind of picks up all the stuff, and he's, good luck, everybody, and maybe I'll see you around some other time. I think it's time I left this area. It's getting a little too quiet. Things are pretty looted all around here. Got to find me some new scores. Take care. And he starts walking away and whistling his tune about all of his crap in a bag.
Maybe he's not so bad. But this first interaction made me think he was some kind of shyster, but I don't know. I don't know what this jug does, but we'll figure it out. Okay. All right. Let's hurry up and go get our cart, and we're gonna have to move fast if we're gonna make up that time.
Yeah, we gotta go get Augustus and Frederick.
Let's do it.
All right. I'm gonna fast forward you all a little bit, unless there's any other stops or anything else that you would like to make in particular. We can say that you grab the cart and horse and you gallop onward in the direction of allegedly Kaine and allegedly Wave Echo Cave. Was there anything else that you wanted to do, or is that the plan?
No, that's the plan. We gotta catch up before Kaine gets himself hurt.
Then, if you would all be so kind as to take off your headsets, we are going to switch back to... Hey, do I have Kaine on the line?
Hello.
Hey, welcome back, Kaine.
I've mastered lip reading. I know everything. Okay, no.
I mean, you were half right about about some of that, just because it's very easy to tell what that was. It's one of it. You'll find out eventually. We'll probably talk about it all, but yeah, they got some interesting stuff. So you, I think this should be. I need to figure out how to. There should be a way that like I can bring single players and not everybody from one place to the other, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that one of these days. But I think because they're not in this other map, it should be okay. So I'm going to risk it because I would like to show you, give you this heads up, because you do make it to the beginnings of the cave. Confirm that you can see something.
This is a large thing, but yes, I'm scrolling to my little me. Okay, yeah.
Do you have like a little bit of light in there, or is it just your token?
Yeah. I have a little bit of light.
Okay, as long as you can see like, yeah, that little sliver, that should be fine. Because the lighting in here is a little bit different than before. Whatever.
I got dark vision though.
You do have dark vision. I think you know what happened. Dynamic lighting. I think this is an old token that I used. Oh no, night vision 60 feet's on. Dimming nocturnal.
Yeah, that's good enough. I'm not
Light makes it
complaining.
light emitting from this token. No, that should be it. Even with dark vision. Huh.
I think it goes out to like 40. Yeah, it's all good.
It's like 40 or 60, but I think honestly, like
Yeah.
this is a very big map, so I think 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, that's a big map.
Yeah.
Why is that just... Here we go. So, you make your way into the beginnings of this cavern. There hasn't really been much of an issue getting to here. Like I said, it's a little bit of rocky terrain here and there, all of that stuff. But finally getting to... to the front of the cavern and walking in, before even walking in, before you even see anything, you can hear this cave. There is a rhythmic thunder of pounding waves that are just echoing and throwing themselves all along the walls and just all throughout this cavern, so much so that it's echoing out of the cavern door itself. You actually wonder to yourself, how has this actually remained a secret for so long? It is so loud. But after kind of seeing the path it took to get here, you kind of think, well, yeah, maybe this is a little off the path, and it does seem like there may have been some attempts to like cover some things up, but that may have happened hundreds of years ago. The tunnels are just about 10 feet high, unless you're going into like this open room, and it's a little bit higher walls. The cave walls just kind of open up a little bit and come down in various fashions. The thing that's interesting about this and the waves and the thunderous roar that you hear from it is that you realize you're nowhere near any sort of ocean or lake or even a river. There's no body of water anywhere that you could tell. As you're walking through here, you feel a little bit confident in your abilities to be a little bit sneakier. So while you are in Wave Echo Cave, you will always roll advantage on stealth rolls, using the noise as a dampener to your footsteps and things around you. As you make your way up into the cavern, you realize that this man is on the wrong layer. But you see standing in front of you now a slightly older gentleman. You don't really get a look at his face, but he is just sort of standing there facing inside the cavern. And in this first room, inside the cave entrance, you see a couple large stalagmites coming up from the ground, large pieces of rock that can provide some good cover and just kind of jut into the room in very not strategic ways, but they're just coming out of the earth very haphazardly. You do notice that right in front of you, past the man, in the northeastern section, all of that has collapsed, and there's sort of a pit right in front of you. But you do notice off to one side, two sides actually, you can see there is just enough space to the left and right, two separate tunnels that kind of flitter back into the cave. There's some other things there, but for now I will leave you here, as the man hasn't really acknowledged you or done anything. He just stands there.
Is he looking away from me?
He's looking away from, he's looking towards the pit, yeah.
Does he look like he's part of the red brands or anything associated that we've come across? Like,
Make a perception check.
perception.
Or yeah, you know what? Just do a perception check right now, and I'll fill you in on some other stuff that you see. But you also have a really high perception. You've got the
27.
18 passive perception and a 27. Okay. So other things I'll let you know about as you're in this area. There is seems to be a lot of activity. As you look at the floor, it's still pretty smooth, but you can tell that it's very well worn. Like there is a lot of foot traffic back and forth, which strikes you as odd considering this was supposed to be a lost monument, right? This was supposed to be lost to time. No one was supposed to be here. Off to your left, you can sort of get like a faint smell of a campfire, but you also see remnants of a little campsite off to the side. You'd have to get closer to see more details about it, but you can tell that somebody has set up camp off to the side there. As you also take a look up and down at this gentleman, doesn't seem to be wearing any dress that you're familiar with. There's no indication that, you know, he's been branded or is in the same kind of outfit. In fact, it doesn't look like his clothes are from around this area at all. Just seems kind of like he's doing his own thing.
I do want to try to sneak up and attack, but not like lethal damage. Kind of like the first time around when I wasn't trying to murder everyone, and then they tried to murder me. I'm trying to.
Okay, what are you trying to attack with?
The dagger?
Okay. Are you making a throw for it, or are you trying to sneak up within melee range?
I will try to throw it. I still get sneak attack damage with the throw, right? As long as they're caught off guard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to try that.
All right, make an attack roll to throw
Let's
this.
That is a 18.
You throw this dagger with seemingly precise, pinpoint precision, going not for like a kill or for even hard damage, just something to like hurt. And as the dagger comes up, it seems to breeze right through it. Just phases right through it. And this man then disappears from sight.
Ooh.
After you hear the ting, 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 ting of the dagger hitting the ground from behind one of these giant, I'm always going to get this wrong, stalagmite? Stalagmite from the ground, stalactite from the top.
I always get those mixed up.
The big giant rock coming from the ground. How did I know you are first to act? And
Why can't anything just be easy?
And stepping from behind the rock is the man, but this time you see the front image, and he is an older gentleman, not long, don't pay attention to the token, but it is a short and tight beard with some graying to it. It is hard to place his age, but he looks to be somewhere about 50 or 60 human. And he walks forward with great confidence and great almost pride at you. You are always one to act first and think about the consequences later, aren't you?
Depends on the day of the week.
Please.
And today just happened to be one of those days.
Please. First and foremost, you don't have to lie or play coy with me. And second, I'm not here to harm you, so long as you do not harm me.
And why should I believe you?
This place has many a different secret to it. It is brimming with magic. What's interesting is that you and those who have come before you to seek out this powerful magic don't even seem to look in the long view of things.
I am looking at the long view. Get rid of this so it can't be used or banned, and then there's just one less greater thing that's gonna just corrupt things throughout time.
A very admirable cause, I assure you. I greatly assure you. I am on your side. The forge is but a mere vessel.
So you're saying there's something else?
Oh, yes.
So is this source something I can take out, and then the forge would be useless?
You need not worry.
Say it was
yourself.
removed from the equation. Say it was removed from the equation in one way or another. Say I had the capabilities. All right, let's just talk hypothetical right now. If the source was removed, would the rest of the forge be worthless?
There is no hypothetical. The literal is that you need not worry yourself with that. What you can do is find this spider, squash him, celebrate the victory, return to your small town, and live out the rest of your days in peace, knowing that you did well.
No, that's not my plan. That's not why I'm here. If that was the plan, then the others would be here, wouldn't they? You just told me that I don't look at the long view, and you're asking me to pick the shortest, simplest solution to this problem. I'm here to get rid of this thing, so nobody can use it. Not stop the current one that's using it. I want no one to use it.
Well, then good news. I will handle it. And you will continue with what you are capable of. You should be no match for this black spider He cowers in one of the many alcoves in here and hides away from the other monstrous creatures that slither within.
If you're gonna take care of her, why haven't you taken care of him?
I need not concern myself with such a petty individual. I have much greater things to do. So now you do your job, and I will do mine.
What's your plan? What's your job?
My job I wonder. He's going to sort of raise a hand. Give me a insight check.
Insight check, huh? 21.
My job is simple. Take care of the present danger, return peace, and do so in a way that does not require casualties.
You know you've given me no reason to trust you.
Says the man who throws daggers first before conversing with someone to see if trust is an option.
It wasn't lethal.
Well, why don't you do me a favor? Since you don't seem to trust me, why don't you just wait right there? And he throws out a hand, and 3, 4 different colors just move all around at once in a very hypnotic way. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if I fail? I got a 9.
You asked. You feel this sort of hypnotizing effect as you become unsteady a bit and then steady yourself.
Wait a minute. Would this be under charmed? Because I have advantage on that. Is it sleep and charm or is it just I forget. It's the elf thing.
It is. It is, I believe. Yeah, you can't be put to sleep and you have advantage against being charmed. I see that as that, so I guess, yeah, you can roll again if you'd like.
$18. Better.
Better. Not
Probably
passing.
not good enough. Yeah,
Not passing, unfortunately. So yes, you fight with all your might, but you just stop in your tracks. And he walks up to you and sort of squares up with you, eye to eye. Believe me, I am on your side, as you should be on mine. But the only way for all of this to work is for it all to end. It all must end. And he steps back and makes his way across, down, and into the pit. It's hard to tell which way he went, but you are incapacitated for the moment. Your movement speed is 0. Uh-oh, I lost him. I was moving some things around and I completely lost him. Hey, since you can't move anywhere, why don't you... Oh, there he is. Take off your headset. Actually, before you do that, we are going to be going to a break in just a minute after a little bit with them. So if you want to go ahead and start your break now, feel free to. But we're going to be taking a break in just a minute. There will be a quick scene, though. If you want to be around for that, you can stick around for that too. But I'll leave that up to you. Everybody's back.
Oh no.
I'll ping.
Distraction.
All right. A team, B team. Do I have Nyapith, Wranran, and Trij?
Yup.
Okay. You are on your way. Whoops. That's not too spoilery. Where are we? Area map. You are on your way down to the cave, and you reach the point where you see a... you've reached the point where you see a campsite that was once there and is kind of fully put out. It was very well taken care of. It seems to be on the right way and the right track. as you continue forward, is there anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to plan for? Anything that's going on with you guys?
All right. So I feel like it's safe to assume, or we probably should assume, that Kaine has made his way to this cave with the intention of destroying the forge on his own.
I mean, yeah.
Do we stop him? If we get the chance?
I am the second I see him, I am going to kick his ass. Period. Yeah. That's all I got right now.
And I respect that one, and I understand. Or no, Trij, sorry. My brain's all over the place here for a second. This is just, I didn't think he would do something so incredibly
Stupid?
reckless. Yeah. Yeah.
If he's not already dead, I'm gonna kill him.
The only thing that's crossing my mind right now, like, you think he'll actually go through with destroying it, or would he use it?
I don't see him changing his heart on it anytime soon. I feel like.
But also, like, if he does use it, like, what would he use it for?
I don't think he's going to use it unless we've been duped this whole time, which I mean is possible. Sometimes that's just how it works. But I think.
Because that's still those weird shadow people that's been following him.
That's true. Could be that he's operating under what is a feelings coming from somewhere else. I hadn't really considered that, but I'm gonna be honest. Right now, I'm shocked. I'm hurt. I know that Kaine and I don't really agree on many things, if anything, but I thought that we had established enough trust that this sort of thing wouldn't have happened.
Thing is, he just went. He just left. He doesn't know what's there. And honestly, there were probably things in this cave that are making sure that people don't just walk in and use this forge. And did he really think that he could handle anybody?
I mean, he might have.
More than anything, I'm just mad that he went by himself.
Yeah, I understand.
Because if he's hurt, I can help. But if he's dead, there's nothing I can do.
If that's what's happened, Trij, and Kaine's capable, I'm sure he's all right. But if that's, we'll cross that bridge if we come to it. But I don't think we will. One thing that's been kind of eating at me is that shop we stopped by and then they suddenly closed. I'm worried that maybe we I unwittingly notified the enemy. I've never seen a shop close that fast first thing in the morning. I'm worried that maybe we've got more trouble coming our way for looking for him than it would have just been there if we head straight there. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I don't know how much of a plan we can have together, but it might do us some good. Are we just going in guns blazing? We gonna try and sneak in, talk our way through it?
Do you guys, once we get in there, do you want just an hour of us being able to look around?
What do you mean?
I can cast that spell that we've used before.
Oh, the one that makes it so we can sneak around.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good idea. I mean, I know Wranran here doesn't need any help in that department, but if I'm gonna be needing to knock heads, I need to not be holding my armor, so to speak.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place to start, right? So we'll have, if you can do that, and Wranran, you can scout a little bit ahead, not too far ahead, but a little ahead. We can try to move through there as quick as possible. I think at this point, I want to trust Kaine, but he hasn't really given me a reason to. So at this point, I think our best course of action is to get to the forge before anyone else and secure it till responsible authorities can be notified. Kaine doesn't get to make this choice for the world any more than we do.
All right, so we go in, tread lightly. If there's no other people, be on the lookout for traps. And if we come across Kaine, be sure to either subdue him, or if he has it, be ready to take it from him.
Yeah.
As long as we're all in agreement on that, I say we go.
We'll do it as carefully as possible, though I might get a little spicy.
Then if that happens, we improvise.
All right. I appreciate you both. Thank you.
As you are wrapping up your plans, you make it. It almost doesn't dawn on you that this is it, but as you're walking up and through, it seems like this has to be it. There's other cave entrances, there's other formations and things like that, but as you're walking to it, you just have this pull towards this one entrance. And you're almost like solidified in that decision, because as you approach, you hear this thunderous crashing coming from within. As you make your way indoors, let me take you there now. Should be all the way at like the bottom left. As you make your way indoors into this opening, there are just these pounding, thunderous waves echoing through the mine. It's loud enough so much that actually your like feet sort of shake every time there's a large crash. And what's funny enough is that as you were just talking about different ways of doing some of these things, you get the feeling that going through this cave is going to be really easy as far as stealth is concerned. While you are in Wave Echo Cave, you all have advantage on stealth rolls. If you have disadvantage, that means it's a straight roll, but you get advantage on stealth. And this thought occurs to you as well as you were walking through, is that it's interesting that there is such this thunderous noise of water, because you don't remember being near any bodies of water at all. You're far from the ocean. There were no rivers or lakes or anything else. There was nothing that seems like it would feed into this area. It seemed like all mountainous and deserted. You walk through the cave entrance, and further down you can see a room with some stalagmites. I'm going to get that confused a lot, so forgive me. Some stalagmites coming up from the ground, and as you take a deeper look within, you see a person standing still right in front of you. You can recognize the back of their head. It's Kaine, just standing there, not doing anything. And as we all now come into this scene, we're going to take a quick break. But before we do, one more quick thing, as we shift scenes rather quickly to the woods. It's a densely wooded area. You can hear the crickets. You can hear some birds. You can hear what sounds like maybe an owl off in the distance. There's some rustling coming from just off to one of the sides of the trees as a cloaked figure sidles up next to a large tree. Deep and purposeful breaths to hide their presence. They look off into the direction of another figure. Hey. Just like old times, huh, Wranran? You should have control of your tokens, so you can move around this first area if you'd like.
Great. Trij storms forward, just shouting obscenities and how dare you just fucking leave without telling any of us where the fuck you were going. And Kaine, I'm gonna need you to roll a wisdom save.
Or what?
Can't tell you because Trij doesn't even know.
Oh, no.
It's
I'm only
just
asking
coming out.
because if is it in the category of charmed? So
No.
does it have advantage?
No,
Okay.
no, this shit is damage.
And
17.
Fine, you pass. But Trij is still just shouting obscenities at you.
Just mad.
You piece of shit. What do you think you're doing? Coming here all by yourself. You could have died. And actually, he is storming forward and like doing that like angry brother thing, but Trij can't actually physically hurt anyone, so he's just slapping you.
Can I rotate, or am I literally stuck in?
Let me hold on. Let me type this out. Okay, what's everybody?
Nyapith is kind of like put a hand out to stop Trij, but seeing that Trij needs this in this moment, is going to walk carefully forward, looking around and trying to get an understanding. Like, I think as she gets closer to this area, like it's kind of weird that Kaine was just standing here, not moving. Like, that seems odd.
And Wranran is moving forward just along the walls, like here.
Okay.
Do I see anything like off? Weird goo, strange glowing things.
You're just talking about the room in general?
Yeah, and kind of Kaine in general as well. Like, why he just stand here though?
Well, yeah, if you want to make me a perception check for everything.
Yeah. That's a 16.
Okay. So, yeah, looking around the room and just kind of getting a feel for everything, you can see the rock formations, the stalagmites kind of jutting out from this room, seemingly haphazardly just out of the room, or out of the ground. Straight ahead of you is a pit. It looks like the floor has given way, just to like the north and a little bit east. Things have just kind of given way here, and it just falls into a pit on the ground. There is like the faintest hint that you get off to your left that there was activity over there. It seems like there was something that happened over there, like someone had set up camp or something like that. You catch some like small supply things out of the corner of your eye. You can't make them out yet. You'd have to get closer to it, but you can tell that something along way on that side was going on. And as you're taking everything in the room and then honing in on Kaine, nothing seems to be strange about Kaine except the fact that he's just standing there and not moving or saying anything.
As Trij just hitting him, he's like, What? You don't have anything? You don't have anything good to say to me? Huh? You don't have any good fucking comebacks, Mr. Comeback?
Trij, when you say you're like hitting him, are you like, what are you doing to him?
I'm hitting it. Like,
You're
again, like, yeah, I'm just
with
mad.
with your strong as heck unarmed strikes.
Exactly. I'm just mad.
As you're doing this, you're kind of like slapping him and doing all that stuff, and that does kind of shake you a little bit, Kaine. So, Kaine, how do you respond?
I take a step forward away. turn around and tell Trij, maybe you shouldn't be yelling in a cave full of bad guys. I don't know. Just a thought.
Well, you're the only bad guy I see right now.
Yeah, that's fine. And then he's gonna go and pick up his dagger and just kind of wipe it off and put it back.
Okay. It did fall like up close to the pit. So
Yeah.
That's it.
And then I'll do it right there. That's it.
That's all you're gonna
Well,
say? You're just
I
gonna
mean, you
run
guys-
off and leave us behind and not give us
I
a
left you the-
choice?
I
And when
left
we
you the
show
map.
up, you're just gonna say, "Yeah, we shouldn't yell." That's it. You're gonna breach
if
our
you want-
trust
if
like
you wanna
that, and you're just
attract-
gonna
if
expect
you wanna
that you're gonna
attract
be
enemies,
snarky?
that's fine.
I don't care, Kaine. I'm not going a
Spider's here.
step further until I establish that I can
Spider
trust you.
is here. Supposedly. And you're pretty much giving away any content advantage we have right now.
I'm giving it away.
Yeah.
I'm giving it away.
Keep raising your voice. Yes, it's still gonna keep giving it away.
Well, if you know they're here, they know you're here, so you fucked up already. This is not on us. This is not on us. This is on you, man.
I don't know what you want from me. I already told you what I was gonna do, what I wanted to do. And you clearly, none of you were gonna do the same. So I took it upon myself to go do it. And unfortunately, other people made it here first. I don't have any regrets.
You
I know
should.
you guys have all rights to feel betrayed, but
No,
it
I
doesn't-
don't have a right to feel betrayed, Kaine. I was betrayed. Get it straight. Own your shit.
you have the right to feel betrayed. And I'm not gonna argue, and I'm not gonna defend it. There was no clear-cut answer to this. It wasn't gonna walk away with everyone being happy.
So you were just gonna make the choice for everyone?
Yeah.
You were just gonna take it upon yourself, Kaine, Lord and Savior of all things, to make this choice. And when it went wrong, and you failed, and you turned it over to
The-
Black Spider, then what? Were you gonna own that too?
How would have I turned it over? Like, what difference would it have made me there or not? in that
What if they
sense?
didn't know where this was and they followed you, Kaine? And what if you couldn't have stopped them by yourself? Did you think of that? Did you stop to
Nope.
consider?
Well, I did my
Or
best
was
to
it
make
just
sure I
so
wasn't followed.
important to you to be right about this?
It's not a matter of being right. That's what you guys keep thinking. You keep thinking this is just me trying to just prove you guys wrong. It's me trying to do what's right for what's actually out there. Like, you guys all have this warped sense of like there's still this grand gesture of justice and perfectly good out there. I could be wrong. There's probably a good chance that I'm wrong. There's a good chance that you're wrong as well. But I chose to do what I thought was right in this instance. Right or wrong?
You chose to sneak away in the middle of the night and betray your friends. That doesn't wash off so easy there, Kaine.
Yeah, it does, creating mass weapons of destruction and then causing thousands and millions.
You
of
don't get
deaths
to hide
potentially.
behind this.
You didn't
Don't
even
get to
get to
hide it.
hear. You didn't even get to hear what we had ideas for. My brain made up the best weapon ever, and it's only for good guys to use on bad guys And another thing that I thought of was something to help make things grow. So screw you and your weapons of mass destruction. We were going to make good shit.
How do you know it's going to turn out that way?
Because we're going to make it.
What do you know about
very
this waving thing? Are
specifically.
you're just deciding that it's going to be able to do that?
And
You
you're
don't
just
know what this
deciding
thing's
it's
capable
not.
of.
Yeah.
I'm deciding it's something too strong for us to even try to mess with. What makes your weapon so great that it can't get into the wrong hands? Who says they can't use whatever power the thing has and harness it in some other way? Who
It
says that your
literally-
ideals of right and wrong, good and bad, are right? Right now, you think I'm bad. So would you be able to strike and kill me with this weapon because of my one choice you don't agree with? What if there's someone out there, some religious person that's good and all unholy, and then they
But you'll
decide
just make the choice
all
for
orcs need to be
everybody.
wiped out because there's a good amount that are just not good. So
Enough,
in their eyes, they're not good.
Enough. I'm not going to hear it from you anymore. You gave up that right. You gave up me listening and giving a shit about what you say to me when you refused to do it to my face and make an actual case of real
I did.
justification. No,
I
you
did,
didn't.
and you walked out.
You didn't.
You walked out of the conversation.
I went
don't even try to
downstairs,
get-
Kaine.
don't even
I
try to
didn't
interrupt.
run off to this.
You
fucking
walked away from the
cave.
conversation. You
No.
can't say that.
No,
I tried to do it.
Absolutely
I
not.
tried to have a civil conversation
cannot.
about it.
you
And your answer
cannot
was, I'm
and
walking
will
away.
not. You cannot. Taking a break from a conversation and then running off to the middle of nowhere are not the same fucking thing, Kaine. They're not. And you trying to say that they are is bullshit. And I won't fucking hear it. I'm
not saying
done.
that it's the
I'm
same.
not hearing you
saying
anymore.
You said
I'm
not
done,
to do something, and
Kaine.
I tried.
Enough. And you see as like blue electricity is like starting to build up in like Nyapith, like in her throat, like she's going to like use her breath weapon. It's like she is getting more heated and more upset than you've ever seen her. Full swearing, like full height, like angry Nyapith.
At this point, Trij is like standing away, eyes just like bulging. And I'm just gonna look over at Wranran and go, he made Nyapith say fuck.
Now, at that point, Wranran will actually go in between them. Nyapith, I know you're mad, but we need answers from this man, from him. Kaine, what was your overall goal for this?
To do what you guys didn't want to do. I told you yesterday. I told all of you, even before some people walked out of the conversation, my point of views and reasons for these things. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it.
Do you know?
I didn't put you guys in harm's way for it. I left you guys the map. I didn't hinder what you guys wanted to do. I just sought to do something else that you guys didn't want to do.
no, but you did hinder it because, okay, here were the two scenarios that I had in my head when I saw that you were gone. Okay? One was he went and tried to destroy this thing and it fucking blew him up and now he's dead. And the other was he went to try to destroy this thing and somebody killed him and now he's dead. And in both situations, you were dead and there was nothing I could fucking do about it. And I just started to like you a little bit, okay, man? I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt just a little bit. We went to the apothecary hoping that you had made a stop there, but no. And all I could think about was you being dead and how I was so mad that you just did it on your own. You have people who fucking care about you now. Deal with it. You can't do this running off by yourself shit. Do what the fuck you want to that machine, as long as it doesn't fucking kill you in the process.
How did you plan on going about destroying it?
I didn't have a plan. The plan was to see what it was, to see what I can do. I'm not pretending like it was the perfect plan. It was the only plan I had. I understand your guys' attachment and everything, and yes, we did bond over these miscellaneous adventures and whatnot, but we still didn't see eye to eye on this. So I chose to do what in my personal fashion was not dragging you guys into something that you guys didn't want to participate in and chancing your lives in danger. Because we don't know what this is.
No.
We don't know what's going to happen. And like I just said, you were right. There is probably dangers out here. There's probably more dangers in here than we just think of some evil organization.
No. What you did
Was selfish?
was, yes, you call me a child? You just threw a fucking temper tantrum and then left us. That's what you did. You're never allowed to call me a fucking child again.
As you came in attacking me, yelling and screaming.
Kaine, you came in here by yourself because you didn't want to put us in harm's way, right?
If you guys didn't agree to what I wanted to do, then yeah, I'm not going to force you guys to come along.
Okay. What's here that makes us more likely to get harmed than you?
Nothing. I'm not. See, that's the thing. You guys keep thinking like I'm not fully aware that there's a high chance I wasn't coming out of this alive, but I had to do it. And if I had to do it, I'm not dragging someone else with me. If I know there's no, the chances of leaving alive are slim. You guys think, yes, I am being selfish. And yes, I'm being dumb. But it's what I'm doing. And I wasn't going to put you guys in the way of this because of my bad choices. And all the other things we've done, we've always thought it out logically. And this was the most logical action I could take to what I believe was the thing to do.
You don't get it, Kaine. You don't get it. This isn't a choice you get to make for us. You don't get to decide how a team sticks together or not. That's not how this works. Either you're a part of the team or you're not.
And I guess I'm not.
What is?
Because clearly I was outnumbered in my choice. And you guys would be dragging me along to do something I didn't want to do. So even in that sense, if I stayed, what much of a team are we if we're not cohesive? If we don't see things the same way, if we're not working in tandem? What changes the scenario of what if I was to sneak off when we all came together and destroyed it? Would this still not be the same thing? Or are we still not going to come across the same issues later on? You're over here yelling at me, but that's just because I'm the outlier in this scenario.
It's not because you're the outlier. It's not because we have a difference of opinions. It's not because you believe in something that's different than me. I can respect that about you, Kaine. I have respected that about you every step of the way. I've trusted you. And you threw it in my face. And now in order for us to go forward, I have to be the bigger person again. And I have to still trust you. You did that. And you didn't have to. You could have just trusted me. Trusted that I heard what you said, that I cared, that I understood, that I was as conflicted about this as anybody. Instead, you just chose this. I don't know what's in there. I don't know what's out there. All I know is that you made a bet on my good disposition. And you didn't have the cards for it. Let's get through this cave. Let's find this thing. We'll go from there. We can't stand here fighting about the bigger meaning of good and evil. We have a job to fix, and if the black spider is here, we're going to have to solve it and solve it quick. And we're going to have to solve it as a team. If you're not on the team, then get out of our way. Understood? That's your choice. That's the choice you get to make right now. And if you, I swear to all the gods, old and new, if you say something shitty to me right now, Kaine, I will punch you into next week. So choose your words carefully.
Lead the way, O mighty leader.
That was pushing it. You get one.
And Nyapith is going to take a look around to try and figure out how we get deeper into the cave.
Okay. We've got the pit in front of you, and I think I'm gonna have some extra skill checks here. Before we get into that, though, let's shift scenes really quick. This time, we are in a forest, but this forest is different than the previous forest. This forest is green and lush and bright. There was once a thriving civilization all around this place, and there still could be. There's a fog that has settled in, a haze amongst the green, and up pops one head, up pops another head, and they all turn. And they turn and they look and they see a familiar face. A face they have not seen in so very long. One younger person runs. We just see, like through grass, just a body ebbing and flowing among the grass as they run up into a giant castle. Old and decayed, but still somehow just vibrant with greenery and life. And they run up a flight of stairs. out of breath. He's back. He's back. Everyone. The hero Kaine, he's back. Everyone roll perception for the inside of the cave if you haven't rolled perception yet. I know, well, I guess that leaves Trij and Wranran, I think, are the last two. Let's see if we can get some more info. And or, after all of that, you are now moving about this first room to help with some of that as well.
That's an 11.
Okay.
13.
11 and 13. You're seeing the same thing that everybody else is seeing. And especially in that northwest corner, it takes you a little bit longer to see it, but there is some form of a camp that was once there. Right in front of you, you do see a pit about 10 feet deep, and some tunnels that go to the right and to the left.
So camp is up this way, yeah?
Yes,
Is what I'm...
in that direction. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Nyapith wants to go just scope that really quick.
Okay.
Make sure, like, see if there's any signs of who was here, hints of what we might be up against.
Sure. As you approach that little campsite, you are greeted with a few bedrolls. There's actually 3 of them there, and just some regular supplies. There's some food, some small casks of salted meats, a couple lanterns, and it looks like some digging materials, pickaxes, shovels, other spelunking type gear. And amid all of these supplies is a body. It looks like
Way to bury the lead, bud. You know, some pickaxes, a couple of spades,
They got some
and
salt.
look, it's a dead guy named Jerry.
They got some salt, they got a bag of flour, and then a dead guy.
And a dead guy.
And yeah, there is
What
just a...
flower you said?
Yeah.
That's what I'm about.
um,
I mean, tell me more about these pickaxes, though. No, tell me about the body.
I mean, the body is there and it's dead. And that's about all I can tell you right now.
Yeah, Nyapith would move forward towards it, try to, like, see, like, are we talking, like, recently dead, been here for a while dead?
You want to do I'll let you do, like, medicine or investigation, depending on what you're, like, looking for in terms of
I think
determining
she
this.
would, yeah, I think she would, she's gonna look at it, see that it's a dead body, and go,
Trij, hon, I don't want to alarm you, but there's a dead body in here. Can you come take a look at it? You know healing stuff better than I do. And I know it's upsetting, but...
Is it like dead? Or
Yeah, it looks pretty dead. It looks effectively dead.
like been dead a long time, dead.
That's what I'm hoping you can come tell me by looking at it with your special eyes.
Okay. And Trij walks over. Oh yeah, that looks dead.
Yeah, no, definitely dead.
So Trij walks over to the body. I mean, just to be safe, he's gonna give a quick spare the dying, see what happens.
He's definitely not living.
I mean,
There's no effect.
great. Yeah, Trij is gonna take a look, take a really hard look to see if he can figure out maybe how long he's been dead, what he might have died from.
Investigation or medicine.
Let's see. All right. I guess I'm a little better at investigation. Jesus criminy. 7. I'm just rolling for shit today.
It's a cold dead body, and it's been that way for a little bit.
Well, it's a cold dead body, and it's been that way for a little bit.
Yeah, that makes sense now that you say it out loud. I'm surprised I didn't think that myself.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't happen to have anything on it, does it? Like weapons or anything? And at that point, Nyapith would kind of get down and look at it more closely with her, or with him, rather.
GM, do I recognize this person?
No, you haven't seen this person before.
Okay.
And yeah, with an investigation, it's hard to tell
Yeah.
anything else. The closest thing you can definitely tell, though, is that the person is Dwarvish.
I mean, he looks like a dwarf. Is he a dwarf?
Sure.
That makes sense with the rock seekers. They're dwarfs, right? Okay, well, let's keep moving. There's nothing we can do for him now. Wranran, you want to scout out the other way?
Yep.
Maybe avoid the giant pit for now?
Which way is the other way? Is it this way or is it like down there? Down there.
I would say down there, because pit is this way, yeah?
That's the pit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but down that way you find nothing but more rocks and stone wall. It seems that the only way forward is through the pit.
The pit.
Got it.
The pit.
We're all gonna jump in the pit. Yes. Yes. All fell into the pit.
Is there some copyright laws we should be
Yeah, I mean,
nervous
there's
about on
probably
that?
Here's the thing.
Too late now.
There's
but,
no way that they're gonna be able to link that back.
Okay.
Like that rendition is
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
If not, I'll give a little censor sound effect so that we can just put that through wherever we want. We'll edit it in post. It's fine.
All right. So if those two have moved further ahead around there,
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk to Kaine for a second. Kaine,
Yeah.
what were you cleaning your dagger off for when we walked in?
I got spooked. I'm not gonna lie about it. I got spooked. I heard the sound and I tossed the dagger. There was nothing there, as you can see. Luckily, it just didn't fall over. We short a dagger. Well, always have two at least.
Yeah, those suck. And and another thing, before we move forward, your decision on doing this alone, that has nothing to do with the weird shadow people that's been following you, and by extension us.
The shadow people? You mean from forever ago, the one guy?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, knowing him, I thought he'd showed face a little more, but he seems to have a whole new tactic. But as far as I know, it's not related. It's possible. I mean, any moment, really. Being near me alone, just by that factor alone, is just increasing chance of death. Guy's kind of like probably just a bad person that likes to kill things if given the chance, because it's fun, because he's messed up, because no one stopped him when they should have, and now look at the consequences. I just imagine that on like a grander scale, and that's what we're about to do.
And you have told me that the reason that he's following you is because of you're a person who basically risked everything and lost. This isn't your way of repaying it, is it?
I don't know him anything. I want him gone just as much as I want this thing done. I told you before. I tried. I failed. I thought I didn't fail, and yet here he is. Just the many lists of things that have gone wrong because I didn't make sure I do the right thing at the right time.
Is it because you didn't do the right thing, or is it because you're doing it alone?
Because I just didn't see it through. I get what you're trying to get at. There's all teamwork and trust and friendship and everything. And I'm not going to pretend like something didn't develop with this group, but certain things have to be sacrificed. And if that means sacrificing this bond for a greater good and not putting you guys at risk, seem like a calculated risk worth taking.
I don't know. I still feel like there's something you're hiding from us.
I mean,
but
all rogues always hide something. But no, it doesn't involve this guy as far as I know. My goal is to get rid of this thing, potentially create just who knows what by design, horrible weapons to put in the wrong hands.
Do you know anything else about this thing more than we do? If you're that dead set on destroying it.
I don't know anything more than you do. I just know it's a thing that can create incredible weapons that can fall into the wrong hands. And that's all I need to know.
All right.
Yep.
Let's make our way to the pit.
Fun times.
And we head to the pit. Or rejoin the other two.
All right, we're at the pit.
I feel like while they were talking, Nyapith and Trij, I will speak for Nyapith specifically, would have been trying to figure out how far down this pit was. Like taking some stuff from her tinderbox, kind of lighting something and dropping it down, to try and get a sense of how far down it goes.
It's about Let me double check. Oh, I'm sorry. I misread that. It's 10 foot wide. It's 20 feet deep.
Okay.
It's about 20 feet deep. Still, it's a little far down. It's not as
Yeah.
easy to just make a jump, but it's not never ending into the abyss.
Yeah. Nyapith, it will pull out her rope and start uncoiling it.
All right, I'll stand up here and help anchor you guys down. Then I'll make my own way down.
And she'll stand up at the top and try to like remember you're doing their stalactites to the ceiling, right? Not stalagmites from the ground.
The ones that are visible are coming up from the ground.
Okay. Yeah, so she would try to it's 50 feet of rope, so my thought is that she would kind of use that, like wrap the rope around to use it to kind of like slowly lower rope and like have something so it's not just her. But she would anchor herself on a stalagmite and let the rest of the party use the rope to go down that 20 feet.
Yeah, so I'd say that plan would work really well. This one seems closest to you, so you can wrap this rope around a little bit and get just enough rope down to the bottom so that you can come right down. If you're going in the straight line, like right here, you are able to wrap enough around to get good coverage, and then make a nice little little rope ladder for everybody to climb down.
Is there anything on the other side of the pit?
Not that you can see. It looks like all just cave walls and all of that stuff.
Okay.
For now, it just looks like, just the two different exits, entrances, however you're using them.
Got it.
Two tunnels, one to the northwest and one to the southeast. So, I'll give you all a little bloop, 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 bloop.
Yay!
And you've all made it down into the pit.
All in the pit.
That's a good song, Trij. I like that. That's really catchy.
Yeah, is there a way out? Like, do we see points of egress now that we're at the bottom of the pit?
Yeah, you see two caverns, one to your northwest and one to your southeast.
Got it.
Yeah, Nyapith will nod to Wranran.
Check them out as you want, as you wish.
Yep. Wranran moves towards the one to the northwest.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
All right, you make your way through, and you can see just a little bit ahead of you. The passage moves a little bit to your left, and you see it moves around a little to your right, and then there's a passageway that seems to go straight forward. Just numerous intersecting passages. As opposed to the previous room where the ceiling was a little bit higher, these passages have a little bit more of a constricted feel to it. The ceiling is only about 6 feet high or so.
The ceiling is 6 feet high?
Yeah, it's a little
Okay. Good level.
constraining. You kind of have to
And yeah, Wranran's crouching.
duck down a little bit. Yeah, it's not too inhibiting, but it is. Yeah, you kind of have to.
Yeah. Alright. So Wandering goes up to this corner to just try to peek around to the right. Like right there.
Yeah, it still is a passage that you get passage to the left, passage kind of one straight to the left, one with like a soft left going straight ahead, and then passage to the right.
Then he turns the corner and starts moving towards the right.
Okay. You see a passage to, like, facing straight ahead of you, to the left of you. So going north is a passage, another passageway, and it kind of looks like this is more winding passages up ahead. And straight ahead, it looks like there has been a little bit of a cave-in. The walls have just kind of come down a bit.
Alright, so now at this point, Wandering's sneaking, but he's going to make his way through the winding path here.
Okay, if you are sneaking, then go ahead and make a stealth roll. Remember, that's at advantage.
At advantage. Did it do it as advantage? No. Well,
No, I
that
just
one-
rolled the
I'll
one.
I'll just roll the one. So that one's 17.
Okay,
Oh,
And that one's
18.
18. Mhm.
18. Well, that's fine. I'm gonna wait on that. Do that. Okay, so you are feeling pretty confident that you're moving pretty stealthily through these tunnels.
About
Go ahead and continue where you'd like.
Okay. Guess without going too far, it's going to continue going straight right.
Okay.
About, yeah.
Okay. You see a passage to the south. You obviously saw some passages going up north, and then straight ahead of you is passageways that go kind of to the left and right of you, so north and south, and then just a little bit north, and then straight to the east is a door.
Alright, so Wanderer will go up to the door and see if he can hear anything on the other side.
Okay.
So, let's go on up there. Put his ear up to the door.
Do a perception check.
Do a perception check. 19.
You can hear faint crunching and splintering sounds. Almost like a meal is being enjoyed.
Don't like that. Don't like that.
Right, we're just gonna leave that door closed as he places his hand on the owlbear wound on his shoulder.
All right.
And
What's next for you?
just gonna check the paths going due north.
Okay. You make your way up there, and there is another sort of. It hasn't been caved in, but it looks like it's been worked at. A wall that's been sort of mined to an extent to the north of you. And then straight ahead of you, looking west, you've got various passages going north and south.
There's a lot of passages.
Real
Right.
quick, what's everybody else doing?
Oh.
Y'all just hanging out and waiting for Wranran to report back?
I imagine that Nyapith would kind of look the other direction, knowing that Wranran's like gonna be a second.
We might want to just take a gander down that way. Just a suggestion. All right.
And she's gonna go look herself.
Okay.
I'm not sneaky.
I put you in here, and you. Let me switch over to you here. You look ahead, and there's just like a seemingly open passageway directly in front of you, and then there's a walkway or like a passageway to the north.
She's gonna kind of look back and say,
I'm not going to go far because I don't want to get too separated from Wranran, but I'm going to take a gander just real quick a little further in.
Hey, don't get lost.
I won't. I'll be right back.
She's going to peek around this corner to try and see what's the situation this way. As sneaky as possible.
Sure, do a stealth.
Okay.
Remember, at advantage.
That's very good.
At a straight roll.
Go straight roll for you, girl.
That's not good.
I got a 3. I rolled a 1 plus my 2. I got a 3. Rip, 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 rip.
You remember when I was gonna do the spell
Yeah.
and I didn't?
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay, girl. It's okay.
That's okay. You're still sometimes as you're like clinking along, you're like trying to match the tone of the waves and the crashing that's happening inside of the cave, but sometimes you're just like off by by a little bit. So you just hear this
Clank, 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 clank.
ding 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 as
Like
just
when-
little
Like when you try to sneak apart in class and you drop a book, but you time it wrong.
Very good.
yeah, a little bit like that. So yeah, you're moving along a little bit, and you see more passageways ahead of you. It looks like it kind of splits out a little bit, and as you make your way to the to your left, you see a little bit of a cave-in. It looks like maybe there is some working at it as well, but it looks like some of the rocks have crumbled. But the passage is open to the right and to the north, straight ahead of you.
Okay. Before she goes any further, she's gonna sneak back this way. And by sneak, I mean
Actually, go back to where
Fine,
you were
fine,
really quick.
yeah.
Let me...
Oop.
It's hard to tell. So actually, Wranran, as you were making your way back up over here, you would have actually caught out of the corner of your eye. You maybe would have both seen each other slightly in the dark, I think. Let me...
I mean, probably would
Yeah.
hear Nyapith like
You would have heard the clink, clink, clink.
Yeah,
Clinking
you would have definitely had that happen. But Wranran, with your vision, you could see fairly clearly that Nyapith is making her way down there, and Nyapith, you can't really see
no,
him,
does not
but
see anything. No.
yeah. So yeah, Wranran, before you move forward, you do see Nyapith down there. If you wanted to do anything with that information,
Down which way?
to the south.
To the south. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like Warner whispers to himself, "What the hell is that noise?"
Ow. My toe. Ow, gosh, ow.
Just like stub it on like some rubble.
Oh, no way. Just peek out and then just looks at us out.
You would probably see Nyapith then, like seeing that there's tunnels, duck back to check this other direction.
Okay.
So,
So, Nyapith, you look a little bit closer at this wider area, and you can barely make out a few different tunnels that are coming through here. This looks like sort of a major intersection. In this area, the cavern goes up pretty high. It's about 30 feet. The walls are carved with very simple reliefs that show dwarf and gnome miners hard at work. Below them, scattered along the floor, are about 24 skeletons and rusted scraps of armor. Some are dwarf skeletons, and some of them are of orc remains. There's a few other indiscernible skeletons as well. Half a dozen large lanterns stand around in different areas of this room, but none of them are lit. Give me a perception check.
Oh, oh, that's better. Let's see. Yeah, that's just a 16.
Okay. You are making your way into the room and taking all of this in, and as you look around, you look up, and quite thankfully, even with the noise you're making and everything else, it doesn't quite seem that they've noticed you yet. But hanging from the ceiling are numerous bat-like creatures. Let me just make sure here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that you are able to see from your distance. And just for the heck of it, this is what you
Oh my god,
see.
no.
Oh, gross.
And
Oh my god, no.
right as you see them all and they shuffle in their slumber, this is where we're going to pause until next time.
Ah, no. No, scary bats, no.
Always gotta look up.
Oh, it's an anteater bat thing. I want 7.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a
You want 7?
monster thing. And yeah, what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that you could see. May or may not be more. You don't know.
That you can see.
But we'll find out next time. But hey, thank you all so much for joining us on this continuation of Power Beyond. We're finally in the cave, and things got a little... Oh, things are getting real intense up in here.